Hi, how are you today? The topic that I am going to impart is all about the three-dimensional shapes that is specifically intended for the grade 3 pupils. In imparting the knowledge about three-dimensional shapes, I use an instructional material that is called a diorama. But what is a diorama? A diorama is an instructional material or a model representing a scene with three-dimensional figures either in miniature or as a large-scale museum exhibit. By using this instructional material, the students will be able to distinguish the difference between two-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional shapes by touching the examples given. Draw and give their own examples of three-dimensional shapes. Participate in three-dimensional shape making by collaborating with other students and using various art materials. So here are the materials and process of making this diorama. Cartoon, scissors, glue, construction paper, pencil or ball pen, pentel pen, roller, printed materials, which is optional. To start making this diorama, you have to follow the things that I did. On this part, I cut the carton to make the base of our diorama. So after I cut the cartoon for the base of our diorama, now I am covering the wall, which is I choose color black just to emphasize the shapes because I am using light colors in the shapes that I did. So on that part, I did some designs just to beautify our project. I also cover the outside part of our base just to make it clean. So in this part, I started cutting or making different shapes by using roller and the ball pen, and then I cut after just to make different shapes. So I started with the shape of a cube. So these are the different shapes that I did. So the first three-dimensional shape that I covered with a construction paper is that one, a cylinder. And then the second shape that I covered with a construction paper is the prism. And now here is my third shape that I did, the pyramid. And then followed by a sphere. Here are the three-dimensional shapes that I did out from cartoon and construction paper. So in order to make the flooring clean, so I pasted a sky blue colored construction paper. Because I am done making the shapes, so it's time for me to start making the stand to make each shape stand. So let's measure things using a ruler. In order for the students to make some comparisons, so let's put some designs, two-dimensional shapes at the back of the three-dimensional shapes. So let's continue beautifying our base. And now, let's have some example objects for the cone. So the examples that I give for the cone are the party hats. So next example that I have is the example for sphere, which is a basketball ball. After the example for sphere, I also have here an example for a cylinder, which is a sardines can. In this part, I made an example for a cube, which is a gift box. So after the example for the cube, I also have here an example for a prism, which is a Toblerone chocolate. So here I started writing the names of the three-dimensional shapes. There, I also did an example of a pyramid, which is a roof of a house. Finally, my finished output. There we can see the different three-dimensional shapes and their examples.